So 14th of March onwards, we are doing the astrology batch where we will learn astrology. I will be teaching it live every Saturday and Sunday. So you can contact on the link below and go about it. Now let's discuss about weekly horoscope from 1st of February till 7th of February 2026. Let's see what is happening and how things are going to happen. There are two major transits, that is Venus and Mercury, but let's go here point by point. For Aries, we will see that Moon is entering into the sign of Leo, which is the fifth house, a great placement for Moon. Good time for your creativity, anything that has to do with education, more of things related to speculation. You will see some growth there. There is also possibility during this time because fourth house, you may gain from your mother or from any kind of property related transaction also. So this is a great week. The beginning has started with a very great news. Then Mercury will enter into Aquarius now. What happens here is that with Mercury going to the 11th house with Rahu, it becomes an extremely positive thing for those people who are trying to achieve something, either related to a job, something to do with higher status in their workplace. Workplace wise, those who are get in a lot of politics, this is the time that your hidden enemies etc would be taken care of. So it's a very amazing as well as a very beautiful time for all the people. With Mercury coming here, this is also the house of gains, where it is going to aspect the fifth house. Mercury is going to aspect back the fifth house, which is the house of speculative gains. So there's 100% going to be some kind of great gains that you may see. One good news also is Rahu and Mercury together are very powerful when it comes to sudden gains. So let's hope for the best that you get something very great. Now there is another possibility here because Mercury is a planet of communication. So in this period, there may be possibility that you may come across your social circle, or maybe you get an opportunity to speak somewhere. Do anything, it will be in your favor. It's a very beautiful transit. With Moon entering into Virgo, now here those who have been applying for debt, those who are trying to get some kind of money, those who are very stressed about their workplace, they will see some great relief here. You will see some inner peace and happiness. With Moon coming to the sixth house, one challenge that we always feel is related to health. We want to be very careful about health, especially water intake should be very good. And if you are going out, because it is looking at the 12th house where Saturn is also aspecting Moon back. So if we are going out somewhere, if we are traveling, make sure the water that you drink should be very safe, because sometimes you can get some waterborne diseases when Moon is aspected by Saturn. Okay, so that's my small 2 cent to you. Venus enters into the sign of Aquarius, which is the 11th house. Again, it's a very beautiful place for the second house Lord to come into the 11th house with Rahu, which tells that there is going to be someone coming to your life, either a friend, either a colleague, either elder siblings. Someone will come and help you with some great, possible way. So some great help is coming, some great gains. With Venus here, it is exactly a house away from exaltation. That means it has to give you good results before it gets into exalted state. So if you're even trying for visa applications, anything to do in foreign country, traveling, anything, even like a startup, because see, Mercury and Venus are now both aspecting the fifth house. Any startups also, if you're thinking, please go for it. It is going to be one of the best weeks for you to begin new things. Only remember, 17th is an eclipse, so 15, 16, 17 do not do anything. And then next March, that is 1st March, 2nd March, 3rd March, should not do anything. 4th March is my birthday. That is the time that you do everything possible, because that all the eclipse energy etc will end. Okay, so remember my birthday also. Moon will enter into the sign of Libra. That is the fourth house, seventh house, fourth from the fourth, which means that great news when it comes to relationships, marriage, even those who are prospective looking for any kind of new relationships, we will see some great things happening. One more important thing here, because seventh house is a Maraka house, and right now the Lord of the seventh house is sitting fifth and aspecting the fifth, fifth from itself, that is 11th house and aspecting the fifth house. There is a possibility that there is also some new partnership that can happen for business or for work or for, not only love. There can be business partnerships also, which will be very useful, very great for you. Moon in this Kendra, being the fourth from the fourth, if you are planning to buy a house or shift a house or buy a vehicle, anything in a foreign country, then this is going to be very favorable for you. All the very best. Thank you so much. I hope that you have a very beautiful, wonderful week. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being with us. The classes are also announced. So if you want to learn astrology, then you can learn one on one, but it is going to be more of Vedic learning, not like superficial learning. So please, mindset, you should change that. Okay. It will be more from the stories. That's what we'll do. Thank you. Taurus. So 14th of March 2026, we are starting the course, 16 lessons for 8 weeks. All the very best. Everyone is welcome. Thank you. And let's move now, Taurus. Moon is entering into Leo, into the fourth house for you, where Moon gets directional strength. So Moon is going to be in super, super power in the beginning of this week only. So that means your week starts with greatness, possibility, something, some happiness comes to your home. Sometimes even puja, homams, any kind of rituals in the family can take place. And with Moon aspecting the 10th house, it is good for your career also. Since Moon is with Ketu here, not a great time to take very big decisions related to buying a property, selling a property, buying a vehicle, selling a vehicle. That should be avoided and should be taken later when Moon will be into great place this week. Now here, Mercury will do a transit into the 10th house, which is the second house and the fifth house lord, which means there is a great possibility of gains in your workplace. There is great possibility of getting into more contracts, more communication related to your, interviews, getting more interviews, workplace, what do you say, if in the workplace, if you want to do some kind of communication with your bosses, with your senior superiors, it's a very good time. Even at the work, your creativity level will be at the next level, so you will be super. With Mercury also being the second house lord, if there is any monetary benefit or any money that has been expected, either coming from business which has been stalled for a very long time, or even if it is coming from any kind of promotion, it has to come now. So you are very, very lucky this week. All the very best. Later, we will see that Moon will enter into the sign of Virgo, which is the fifth house. Now, here, Moon is the third house lord, exactly third from itself. This is the time that if you have children, there is possibility that they may require a one-to-one talk with you. So if you want, if you can sit down, talk to them, maybe they require your guidance or your nurturing. Secondly, if you are in a love relationship, that this time is a very, very emotional time where you want to open up related to your relationships and love. So that is how it is supposed to be. And one very great news is related to children, those who are studying. You may get into absolute concentration. If there is any exams, anything, you will be able to prepare for it very nicely. So very powerful transit of Moon. With this Moon transit, we can also see that it is the fifth house of speculative gains. So if any short distance travel comes for you to do a short distance travel, please consider it, because that is where a speculative gain will come. So try for this. Do not ignore short distance travels. Okay. All the very best. Then we will see that Venus, beautiful Lagna Lord, goes to the 10th house in such a powerful placement with Rahu. There is going to be 100% some luxury, some comfort coming in the career area. Those who do not have a job, this is a very great time. If you have done an interview, maybe you will hear some very positive news. Those who are trying to change something, again, it's very positive for you. Workplace politics, that, or routine, or your, sometimes at work we do not feel like working, that kind of attitude will now end, and you will start seeing something positive when it comes to your workplace, and you will be very happy. Like, this is a very happy time for work. So something according to your vision, your aura, will happen, which is a great news for Taurus ascendant people. With Venus looking at the fourth house, there is also possibility that a lot of happiness comes in your home house also. And it is just one house away from exaltation. That means in the next 1.5 month, it has to give you great, positive, powerful things. I'm very happy about this super placement of Venus. Now, with Moon entering into the sign of Virgo, here sometimes extra hard work or sometimes a lot of effort and repeated patterns in the workplace is required if you're going through Moon Mahadasha. But still, it is better for you. Moon coming here in the house of Libra, where Venus is in very powerful Kendra, which means that Moon has got some strength here from Venus. So it is a good thing. Only over emotional or some kind of feeling sometimes in the work, someone gives you a comment and you feel bad and demotivated, that can be a possibility with Moon in the sixth house. So we want to be careful about it. That's it. Otherwise, we are very good. With moon, whenever in the sixth house, we want to be very careful about water intake because it can create some waterborne diseases. So careful about that. Now let's move to Libra, Gemini. Here we go. From 14th of March, we are doing the astrology sessions. All the very best and welcome those who have already enrolled. And see you on the other side with live. I will be teaching you and you can ask me any questions. Moon enters into the sign of Leo here, and when we look at Moon here, Moon is the second house lord. That means Maraka also, but also money. So some communication related to money, which has been pending for a very long time, will happen, and you are going to get some kind of wealth in your life. Sometimes uncertainty in traveling, or sometimes because Moon and Ketu are together, there can be delays in travel. So if you have any travel plans, please be very careful. Also, try to keep your tickets flexible. Thirdly, we will see that with moon coming here, if there is any emotional challenges or if your siblings owe you some money, there is possibility that that may also come back if you ask for it. So please be very, very expressive and ask for all the righteous things. When moon enters into Leo, this is another good news because moon is putting an aspect on the ninth house where Mercury will transit on 3rd of February in Aquarius. When Lagna Lord goes to the ninth house, what happens? Your Bhagya Uday. If some work that has been not being able to complete because of your destiny will complete now, there is possibility for travel related to pilgrimage or sometimes travel. Like travel is there this week. There can be some travel either now or either planning of travel, which will be very, very great for you and will bring you a lot of fortune. When it comes to your gurus, your teachers, if you take their blessings during this time, your luck is going to become 200% potent for you. So something which are not even expected for you to achieve, you'll be able to achieve that as well. So it's a very powerful period. So please take absolute care of this kind of a time. With Mercury coming to the ninth house, if those were in writing, communication, publishing, anything to do with journalism, anything to do with writing or that area, it is a very, very beautiful time. So you may be able to make a great progress in that area. Education wise, also, if any education that you're thinking of doing in a foreign country, absolutely very well. If you're working with your father, then also it's going to be a very, very awesome and powerful period. With moon entering into the sign of Virgo, here it receives a directional strength, which is very great for a planet like moon. With moon coming to the fourth house, lot of family related issues are solved. There is possibility that if family owes some money, etc. I told you in the beginning also, it can come from sibling. Now, if family wise, some kind of money, etc. can be seen here. Also, this is a time that sometimes in this coming weeks or before this 1 week or 2 weeks ago, you must have bought some kind of gold or silver or any kind of things related to jewelry. So which is also very, very great, and moon is in a very good position. Even looking at your 10th house where Saturn is, it will ease down Saturn, and the stiffness, the coldness that you have in your workplace will be a little bit of more happy this week. So all the very best. With Venus now moving into the sign of Aquarius, that is into the ninth house, has a very, very great significance because 12th house Lord has come to the ninth house, which means even fifth house Lord has come to the ninth house, which means that education wise, if you're trying for foreign countries, this is the right time to hit that hammer because it is going to be in your favor. Secondly, if you're thinking of anything related to do with travel or applying for visa or permanent residency, or you're very stressed about your green card, about PR coming in emails, you're looking at it day and night, please look, both the planets are looking at the third house of your communication. So some great thing is coming to you related to immigration also. So all the very best. I'm so happy for you guys. With Venus coming here, because fifth house, there is also possibility that if you're looking for a marriage, potential marriage partner, there may be someone coming from a foreign country, because here Venus gets aspect of Jupiter also, which is very powerful here because Jupiter is Kendra Lord, also seventh house Lord. So there is a possibility that some association can happen with someone from a distant place. So please keep your eyes, ears, everything open. If you find some potential match, then you should be very motivated around it. Moving on to moon, will enter into the sign of Libra, which is the fifth house. Second house Lord goes to the fifth house. It is a time of wealth. So if you have been expecting, or if you are invested into, we can say speculative, like share market, stock market, cryptocurrency, ETFs and whatnot. I also am learning new things, commodity market, futures. I'm learning all this when talking to everyone. This is a great time for getting some kind of great news, because Jupiter is also aspecting Moon. So somewhere your graph will be absolutely green. Even with the beginning of the week, if you start investing, you will see great progress. And also some good news related to children. If there is emotional drama going on between love life, that also will solve. And sometimes in this situation, when fifth moon goes to the fifth house, second goes to the fifth house, and right now Jupiter is in Punarvasu nakshatra, which is the nakshatra of reputation. There is possibility that a lot of repeat love patterns, like someone from the past, also can come back. So all the very best. Have a beautiful week. See you next week with some great beautiful news. Cancer rising and Cancer people, this is the weekly horoscope for February first week, and we will start with Moon entering into the sign of Leo. For you, it will be exactly going into the second house of wealth, and where the if you see the Lagna Lord in the second house, always adds to some wealth. Suddenly, I would suggest, if you are living in a country, my wife is Cancer ascendant, I will tell her right now after this, because this is not a very simple combination. It also has the eighth aspect of Mars here. It also gets the third aspect of Saturn. So it is a time of great speculative sudden gains, like lottery also. So if you are in a foreign, if you are in a country where lottery is allowed, please do that. Also, this, if you're thinking of some kind of investments, even with Moon, with Ketu, it doesn't matter, you can do some investments. Be careful about your mouth, you can get some ulcers because Ketu is here, and getting some ulcer on your tongue, on your, like tooth pain, root canal, all this kind of stuff can be happening. With Moon entering here, it can trigger immediately. Not a great time to lend money, so if anyone asks for money, don't give them. Mercury will enter into the eighth house here and make a Vipreet Rajyog, which is also very powerful because it receives an aspect of Jupiter from the 12th house, which is where Mercury in the eighth house, very great time for trying to find out what next. Like if you have been in stuck in point of a life where don't know that where to go, what next, what should you do, how should you take things forward, then this is a very good time. Health wise, we want to be a little bit careful, because what has happened, the third house lord has come exactly sixth from itself, and here from Mercury the third house becomes eighth house, so eighth from the eighth, the third house. We want to be careful about sudden injuries, sudden kind of falling, sudden kind of accidents. We want to be very careful because Mercury tends to daydream in the eighth house. You're driving and suddenly you don't remember, don't know what happened. So try to be as careful as you want. But Mercury coming into this sign, very good for exploring occult, spirituality, anything to do in terms of research. If you're in that field, you are going to get great success. Moon, being the ascendant lord, goes to the third house, which is a possibility of short distance travel. There is a possibility in this week you may do some short distance travel, or maybe plan some short distance. So expenses happen. Sometimes expenses even happen for younger siblings here, which is one good thing. With the ascendant lord coming to the third house, this is an Upchaya house. Here, Moon does not become so happy because obviously it is not in a great placement, the third house. But any hard work done with pure intention and emotion is going to convert into greatness for you. So you have to be very happy. Moon will enter into Hasta Nakshatra here, because here is Hasta Nakshatra is there. So you make sure that if you are working from hand, or if you're signing any new contracts, there is a great thing. If Moon is in Hasta Nakshatra, you should put a small point of sandalwood on your hand, rub it, and then do any contracts, like sign any contracts. It's going to have been you a lot of pleasant report. So if you're joining new job, if you're signing a contract, if you're doing anything which is supposed to be a signature, please put some little bit of sandalwood on your hand and do it. It's going to be very great for you. Venus also will go into Ashtama. When Venus goes into Ashtam, the 11th house lord and the 4th house lord goes to the 8th house. If there is any property related matter where there is some struggle, if there is any property related or vehicle related buying and selling, you will see smooth things happening. Venus very soon will get into exaltation. So that's why Venus already in this house will start giving you very great results. With Rahu and Venus coming together again, there is a great possibility of getting into some kind of speculative gain, like lottery, like sudden money. So windfall in terms of share stock market. So please be very aware of your situations around. If there is opportunity, please do not miss those opportunities. That is my very genuine suggestion to you guys. Moon enters into Libra here. Now here Moon is also in Kendra in the fourth house, where it has Digbala, that means directional strength. If your home and family matters were going way out of your hand, you will get lot of emotional balance. You're the one who's going to be a peacemaker at your home, so which is very great. Now here, if you see, at the current time, Jupiter is putting the fifth aspect on moon in the fourth house. So if there is any expansion, any construction, any buying purchase of house or car, or moving or buying some furniture or anything for your home, this becomes a very very beautiful time for you. So end of the this week is where you can go for shopping and buy something for your home. Going to be very very pleasant for you. Although, and relationship with your mother becomes very good, and because moon is here, so comfort comes to you. So somewhere this week is a very comfortable week. All the very best. Thank you. See you next week with some more good and positive news. Leo ascendant, including me. What is going to happen? I saw I was stressed only for one thing, but understand, learn astrology from 14th of March 2026 with 16 lessons. I will teach you as much as I know. I will learn from you also, those who know much more than me. Because in my last class, I was so surprised in advanced astrology. Many of the students were so good, man. Like, so good. Anyways, this is astrology at a very, very comprehensive level. Like, it will start from zero to hero. That kind of astrology we'll learn. So, everyone is welcome. Thank you. Moon enters into Leo here. When you look at Moon, 12th house Lord goes to the first house, you get some gains from a foreign country. And sometimes when Moon comes to the first house, especially with Ketu, you want to be careful about, health, especially like falling, getting some cuts, etc. on your head. Sometimes, with Moon, headaches, massive, very much migraines, sinuses, all this can happen. So we want to be careful. But overall, it is going to give you some great possible things from your foreign countries. And in fact, it is looking at the seventh house. It is going to give more power to your relationships also. So which is very, very good. Mercury enters into the seventh house with Rahu, which is again a very great news for all the people, because Mercury in the seventh house is the 10th house lord. Sorry, is the 11th and the second house lord coming to the seventh house, which means gains from partnership, money from partnership. So some new partnerships can start, which can either be very great for gains and very great for money. So all the very best. Beautiful placement of Mercury and um, Mercury in the seventh house. Seventh house is where Mercury gets into Marana Karakasthana. So you have to be very careful with your spouse. Even the health of your spouse has to be taken into multiple, very serious consideration. If they show any kind signs of health problems, you need to be very careful. But otherwise, Mercury in this sign is summer. Summer means neutral. It is not going to give you bad results. So good luck. Moon enters into the sign of Leo, that is the second house. Now, this also says that some gains related to money coming from a foreign place. So, very good for you. Those who are into healing business, Reiki, meditation, those who are in yoga, very great, beautiful time for them also. Those who are in field related to sales, marketing, tech sales, something to do with speaking every day, then also it's a very great week for you. You may be able to achieve something after you complete a task, and you're going to get some great money out of it. So beautiful time. Venus will enter into the seventh house here. Now, this is, see, the Lord of the third and the 10th house in the seventh house, which means that there is some communication, great communication coming for work. And because 10th house Lord is sitting 10th from itself, there is a possibility that growth in your career, growth in your profession can happen, which will make you very extremely happy as well. So honestly, it's a very beautiful period. I'm so happy that finally Venus is going to this place, and then it will go into exaltation. With Venus coming here, be careful about eating habits, because sometimes it can create urinary tract infections or problem related to prostate for men. So we want to be careful. If this we are going through Venus Mahadasha Dasha, it can create actual direct impact on you. Venus coming into the seventh house can also help you finding new love, new relationships, and those who have been asking for commitment, waiting for commitment, this time commitment also can come to you in a very, very easy and nice way. With Venus coming to the seventh house, there is also possibility that someone from your workplace may be interested in you. So don't ignore signals. That's what my suggestion will be. Moon now enters into the third house, which is 12th house Lord coming to the third house, can indicate some travel. So after 7th of February or 7th of February, 8th, 7th, 8th, 9th types, you may do some travel, which will be very, very favorable, very, very positive. So please enjoy your best time here. No problem at all. With Moon coming to the third house, sometimes You become emotionally weak because of the effort that you put and you do not get the results, but it is just a temporary period. This is more of higher learning. You are going to learn something new and develop your skill. So do not think anything goes waste. It is just that you will develop a new skill. So be patient. All the very best. See you next week with some more good news. Let's move to Virgo. Learn astrology. We are doing astrology from 14th of March 2026, 16 lessons. There were some questions that people are asking. That is any EMI. It's not a very expensive course. I've just kept $15 per class. I think that is expensive for most of the people who stay in Southeast Asia. But I live in Canada, so I have to keep it something where I can also live. So there is installments, etc. also available. If you're really keen, please get in touch with Samantha. She will do something for you. All the best. Moon enters into Leo here for you, which is the 12th house, and 12th house Leo. It's a little bit of, we can say, 11th house Lord in the 12th house. Sometimes gains in a foreign country, or sometimes you do some losses when it is about social circle. So in your social circle, loss of status, loss of wealth can happen, and there can be expenses which can be on the higher side in the beginning of the week. With Moon in the 12th house, sleep pattern, because it is Ketu, can become a little bit troubled. So be very ready between second, third, fourth, second to actually fourth, fifth is when you may feel a little bit of disturbed in the sleep cycle. So for that, the best thing to do is what? To sit in dhyana mudra and do breathing before sleeping. Thoughts will come to your mind, but it's okay. Let them come. Keep concentrate on your breathe. You will get nice sleep. So this is one thing you should do. 12th house Moon, sometimes in a group you're also going for a vacation, or there's possibility you can go for staycation, vacation, some event, some what is called corporate event, or some gathering. There is travel that can happen, so enjoy. Here, Mercury will enter into the sixth house when Lagna Lord goes to the sixth house. This is very powerful because everyone calls it Dushtana and whatnot. It is a difficult place, but it is when Lagna Lord goes here, there is the ascendant Lord, it removes problems from your life. So, this is a time that lot of enemies, lot of struggles, lot of health problems that you have been going through will be removed. There is possibility in the workplace, the politics, or the people ignoring you may realize that they are doing a mistake and they will come and patch up with you. So getting old friends also, enemies turning friends is what this time is. With Rahu here and with Mercury here, it is 100% possible that no enemies will be able to trouble you. If you are going for any kind of competition, etc., like an interview, like a exam, it is going to be victorious for you. So please have full faith in yourself. Do not let negativity surround you at all. With Moon coming to the ascendant here, this is also great news because 11th house Lord has come to the Lagna. Because of your own personal effort and personal attitude and charisma, you are going to make a big gain when it comes to your peers, when it comes to your colleagues, when it comes to your social circle. You are going to be a little bit brighter during this period. Also, not that, but in the relationship area, also Moon is aspecting your 7th house where Saturn is sitting, which creates Avisha Yoga, which means that there can be some kind of misunderstandings when it comes to relationships. So do not take things too seriously during this week. Try to be as calm down as you can. With Moon in the ascendant, it is good, it is positive, it does not give you bad results. Only thing is that over emotional. You become over emotional, over attached to things, which can create sometimes challenges for you. So try to be relaxed. Venus, on the other hand, will go to the sixth house, and here Venus is the ninth as well as the second house Lord. Going to the sixth house means that there will be some relief from debt and judicial system. If you're going through any problem related to judicial system, and this time if there is any date, any kind of new, we can say any date or any evidence, etc., you're collecting, you will see victory there also. So you are going to be victorious. Next month, here is where eclipse will happen. So be very careful about your health. And also something that you do right now in so much comfort can create problem later. So try to be as conservative in eating, in spending, in taking debt, all these things, asking for friends. In fact, if you want to, if you have lent some money to someone, or if you have need to return some money, then if you have something, just pay it, because it will keep you in the good standing in this such a beautiful period. Also, with all the planets aspecting the 12th house, there is possibility that for workplace or work reasons, you may go to a foreign country. All the very best. With Moon Entering the second house, when the 11th house lord goes to the second house, there is possibility of wealth coming in to you. So this sixth house placement tells that enemies will be gone. That means competitions are off. Moon goes to the second house, which means that it is going to add wealth to you. Family wise, also some great help, and whatever you will talk or you want to negotiate, you can do it, and it will be in your favor in a very, very beautiful and powerful manner. So all the very best, and take the best advantage of this week, because this is a very powerful, useful, amazing week for you. One thing, if you can do a small remedy, and that remedy is related to feeding the birds, because if you feed the birds this week with Mercury going to the sixth house, it will give you more better results when it comes to your enemies. So all the very best. Thank you. See you next week with some great positive news as well. Libra. When we talk about Libra here, Moon will enter into the sign of Leo. Now, Moon here is the Lord of the 10th house going to the 11th house. That means it has to give you gains related to your career. So from your career perspective, from business perspective, it is a week where you will see some great progress. Not only this, there is another good news that I want to give you. Because it is 11th house, it is also the house related to, social circle. So in your social circle, there is possibility of name and fame coming. Moon and Ketu together, sometimes it is going to be a little bit of confusion in your mind, because Ketu also causes illusion, and mind becomes very disturbed when it is around Ketu. Moon becomes very disturbed. In such case, try to listen to everyone from your social circle, but do not act unless and until your gut feeling is complete, or maybe by end of the week when Moon is in very great position. Try to be as calm, listen to everyone, but don't act according to them. Act according to your free will. Okay, don't come into pressure of other people. Mercury enters into the fifth house here, which is a great placement for a planet like Mercury. It is the ninth house lord, sitting ninth from itself. And in the beautiful sense, it is receiving the ninth aspect of Jupiter also, childbirth. If you're thinking of childbirth, if you're thinking of love life, if you're thinking of new relationships, if you're thinking of education, then this is a very great time for you to enroll into such things. Even if you're thinking for anything to do with marriage, why not? It has to be a very great. Mars is aspecting the seventh house also, so it is a very great period. If you want to move forward in that direction, please go ahead. With Mercury coming to the fifth house, if there is any education related challenges, if there is any ninth house lord coming to the fifth house, in past you have wrote something, if there is any publishing related stuff, then also that will take place. It is a very beautiful time for you, so all the very best. Really, really great. The placement of Mercury and Venus, that is this week, that starts for you, it is unbelievably good for your gains, for your creativity, for speculative gains, and you are the best people in the world, so things are going to happen good only with you. With Moon going to the 12th house, you will see the 8th house lord goes to the 12th house and makes the 10th house lord goes to the 12th house and makes a yoga, where if foreign related, some kind of assignment, clients, work, movement, anything that you have been waiting for, or any karma related to foreign country will happen. There is expenses also that can happen, and expenses can happen how? Either for some older people in your life, maybe for some parents or grandparents, or maybe for old friends. There may be some expenses that may be coming, so please be careful and keep some money in the spare for these expenses. With Saturn looking at the 12th house, do not play with law during this time. Try to be as calm, as relaxed as you can. Okay. With Venus now coming to the fifth house, this is the best thing that can happen. I always tell, whenever 8th house and fifth house will have any kind of relationship, this is a kind of lottery. It is a kind of a most highest speculative place. And why? The reason, so many people ask, what is the reason? The reason is that the fifth house is 10th from the eighth. For eighth, that is sudden things. Fifth house is the, what is epicenter. And this can say that getting suddenly few things, suddenly finding very old things that have been lost for a while, you can find that. Suddenly finding some money in your drawer, some money in your pocket, some money comes to your bank account, maybe someone who took money from you can come to you. So speculative gain means this only, achanak, suddenly you'll get some money. So good news for that. Suddenly here, what can happen with another reason is with Venus coming in the fifth house, from your love relationship, if there is any expectation that you have, you will get that fulfilled also. Education wise also very good for you. So please play lottery during this week. This is going to be a good week for you for getting some speculative gains. Share market, stock market, very great. You yourself will be so illuminated, so happy that things are going to fall in order into the right place, into the right energy only. So all the very best. With Moon coming to the ascendant, It is a very emotional time. There is an emotional bonding period because it is looking at the seventh house where it is making Mahalakshmi yoga. So from your partner, you can get some kind of possible benefit here. And there is also great possibility of something to do with your workplace also, because of your effort, because of your emotional involvement, because of your sacrifice, you may get rewarded here. So which is a very nice week. So happy for all the Libra ascendant people who are my favorites. All the best. See you next week with some more insights. And till that time, thank you and keep continuing. I'm putting videos every day. Tell me below, how is your videos? Do you like the videos, the new which I'm making? Because now I told Rohitji to concentrate more on the Hindi channel, and I'm going to be doing concentration more on the English channel. So all the very best. Scorpio. Starting 14th of March, we are doing astrology lessons, 16 classes for 8 weeks. So ASAP, I think this February 15th only everything will be full. So it's up to you. Try to get ASAP. Otherwise, Samantha, she's making my life only difficult. So she will make your also. Moon enters into the sign of Leo, which is the 10th house, that is especially related to career. When ninth house Lord goes to the 10th house, it's called a Raja Yoga. So in the career, you are supposed to get some great, positive, powerful news. There is also possibility that during this week, if you're trying to change a career, if you're trying to reach out to some of the peers from the past who can give you some reference, or who can say, you may say that there is a job offer there, I want to get there. There is a possibility you'll get great help during this time. And with Moon coming to the 10th house, and especially in the house of Leo, you will see authority coming to you in the workplace. So if there is any next level that you're looking for, then this is the right time for you. Mercury enters into the fourth house here, and Mercury in the fourth house gets very, very powerful, very, very, and especially receiving an aspect of Moon and also conjunction with Rahu, it becomes too powerful, and it is very great for initiating conversations in your home, in your house, related to anything that you want to, clarify. With mother, the relationship becomes more deeper. If you're thinking of any kind of paperwork to be done related to property or to vehicles or any debts, any loan related stuff, you should go for it. If inheritance wise also, if you want to start a conversation in your family, it is the right time for you to start such things. But overall, because it is also looking at the 10th house, there is going to be prosperity in your trade and business, in your work also. So great news. Moon will now enter into Virgo on 5th of February on the 11th house. With 11th house Moon, you will see that the 9th house Lord has gone to the 11th house. So your blessings also not only come in the career, but after career, the social peers that you were trying to reach, trying to get help from, you will start seeing help from them. In fact, such kind of help that can even lead you to changing cities, changing countries, changing job pattern also, job profession also can completely change. So which is good news. If you're really looking for a job, this is the best week. Every planet will get into the right placement. If you see now, Venus also comes into the right placement and looks at the 10th house. With Venus and Mercury together, actually Venus in the fourth house gets into directional strength. That means now property related transactions, anything to do with vehicle related transactions, beautification of home, doing some kind of construction, suddenly some kind of, you get idea to buy something for your home. This is that right period for you, and it is going to be very, very lucky for you. With Venus coming here and looking at the 10th house, also add comfort and lot of security in your workplace also. So beautiful. With Rahu, it becomes more powerful because Rahu also now wants to impress Venus by giving you good results. So good results are coming. All the very best. Moon enters into the 12th house. That is the house of expenses and travel. Because it is ninth house Lord and goes to the 12th house, either your destiny may click in a foreign country, or if you have been trying very hard to find peace, happiness in a foreign country, then this is the time that you may see some peace. Expenses are going to be there on the high side, but luck will also be there on the high side. You are going to see some great progress from your luck. You're going to see great progress from a foreigner coming into your life. Maybe someone from a foreign country or some of a different ethnicity or religion or culture may come and hold your hand and get you to the next level, which is going to be a very perfect and an amazing time for all the Scorpio ascendant people. I'm so happy that I am able to express such kind of good news to you. Here, Jupiter is putting the fifth aspect on Moon, which also means that if any government related, any diplomatic um, decision related to your visa, your passport, etc., has to come, that will also happen, and it will happen in your favor in a very beautiful manner. With ninth house lord going to the 12th house, there is possibility that your father may also be traveling to a foreign country. So let's see. Or maybe you are going to an ashram, to retreat, to spiritual retreat, to a guru's place. So let's see how this is going to manifest for you. All the best. Thank you so much. Have a great and a beautiful week. I will see you next week with more insights and more powerful predictions. And meanwhile, I will post now 5 videos in this week for the generic ones. So please be tuned with us. Always be there with me, and let's progress in astrology together. Sagittarius, we will see that moon enters into the sign of Leo. Now moon is in the ninth house here, which is a good placement of moon, but eighth house lord goes to the ninth house. That means lot of research you are unearthing. That means lot of things that you have learned in the past, or that you know that you have done research on. This is the time to put it on surface, so that you can expect some gains because of your knowledge. So in the workplace, try to be as expressive as you can. If anyone asks you for anything, this is a house of publishing, so write pointers, create presentations, try to be as creative as you can, and explore your inner research that you have done. Do not give it up. Like, if you have small things, also try to put extra effort, make a research, and then put it out in the universe, which is going to be very useful and feasible for you. Ninth house moon can also, with Ketu, can also put you into very spiritual nice time where you are spiritually enjoying. There may be possibility of visiting some pilgrimage, visiting some temples, which will bring a lot of peace and happiness to you. With Mercury going to the third house, which is the house of communication, and Mercury is the planet of communication, trade, and travel. Everything related to it is third house. So you will see great progress in communication, something that has been waiting in the career area for a long time and suddenly will come up, and you are going to get benefit of it. Why? Because 10th house lord is sitting with Rahu, which means that sudden events will happen in your life. So suddenly some great news related to your career is coming, even for short distance travel, even for transfer. If you wanted to transfer from one location or one department to other department, one location to other location, this is the time to initiate such things. Or if there's any internal job posting, apply, you may get it. And this is a very beautiful period. With moon entering into the sign of Virgo in the 10th house, this also is great placement, because here, see, moon is the 8th house lord, goes to 10th house. So suddenly from the workplace, you may get some great news, great relief. On top of that, if you look at moon here, it is receiving an aspect of Saturn, which can make your creativity or make your mind a little bit slow and calm and cold. But that is good, because in such conditions, Saturn controls moon in a way where you're not overexcited or over committing in your workplace, which makes your mind stable. So there is work life balance. But when it comes to life balance, which I told, I will take it back, because moon is putting an aspect on Saturn, which is the fourth house, which can create a little bit of withdrawal atmosphere in the home also. So you may feel very, very not connected to the home energy. So for which you need to be extra careful during this week. But otherwise, moon in the 10th house, great for your career. With Venus being Venus here is the sixth house lord going to the third house. That means third house is the karma bhumi of the sixth house. That's why, remember, everything related to your work, etc., starts from communication, starts from effort. And this is the place where it starts from. If you're looking for a new job, if you want to change new jobs, if you want to get into new routine, if you want to start making your health better, then this is a very great transit of Venus. While planets like Mercury and Venus do not feel very comfortable in the third house, but they are with a very beautiful friend, and that is who? Rahu. So that means it is going to be favorable here. With Venus here, when you're doing short distance travel, or it will be more of luxury, you will get some great news from your friends, from your siblings. And also, if you're in the field of marketing, writing, communication, any field related to travel industry, hospitality, IT, analytics, something to do with research, medical research, or someone who's just there as a back office in the data entry, data science, data engineering, you are going to see a very big progress in your life. So all the very best and beautiful time for you. With moon entering into the sign of Venus in the 11th house means that if you are thinking of starting any kind of social media activity, anything to do with starting your YouTube, your Instagram, your thing, or you want to be either get into it or either get detox from it, this is the time that you can expect some great news. In fact, because moon is here and Jupiter is putting the fifth aspect on moon, from the seventh house, there is possibility that you may get into some new partnership, which will be very, very useful for you. Moon, whenever looks at or Jupiter, whenever we look at Moon and they're together or they're in aspect, it calls Gaj Kesri Yoga, which means that it is the most powerful yoga for manifestation. And manifestation will come how? When you are extrovert. You have to be a little bit of open, you have to be a little bit of out. You have to go meet people during this time. That will help you build that reputation, that trust, so that people can collaborate with you and you will get really great gains here. Okay. All the very best. Have a great, beautiful, beautiful week. See you next week with some more insights and more ideas. All the best. Capricorn. Now, 14th of March is when we are starting the astrology lessons, 16 astrology lessons. It will be on weekends only. So, no weekdays, weekend, Saturday, Sunday. So, everyone can enjoy this. All the best. If you want to join, we will see you there here. Thank you. Now, Capricorn moon enters into the sign of Leo, which is the eighth house. Now, seventh house Lord goes to the eighth house. You gain a lot of things from partnership. This is a very beautiful time for doing research, anything in occult, anything in spirituality, anything to do with healing. One of the most beautiful times. With Moon and Ketu, you want to be just careful related to your health, because at this point of time, eighth house is also says about the longevity of health or the struggle in the health area, which can create a little bit of stress to you. With Moon and Mind and Ketu coming to the eighth house, there is possibility of headaches and getting migraines and getting stomach, like more pain in the rectum area also suddenly can evolve. Also, while eating, be very careful. Do not eat too much oily and spicy, because this is the place from where it comes out. There is where you may have some trouble. Those who have hemorrhoids, piles kind of problem, they may see more pain and more stomach related issues during this period. Now, Mercury goes to the second house. This is the best news for you. With Mercury being the sixth house lord going to the second house means that income will be too great. Great income, great possibility of debt going down and income going up. There is possibility of you, if you're in the field of speaking, communication, it is going to be more powerful for you. Mercury is going to add more luck to you. Whatever you speak will turn a luck to you. So you are going to be in a very beautiful, powerful time. So please make the best of this time. Mercury entering into the second house can create sometimes dental problems, some teeth related issues, dental problems, something to do with more of, we can say, mouth ulcers. So if it happens, cough and cold, these are the things. Those who are in thyroid, those who have thyroid can see a troublesome time during this period. So, but otherwise, for monetary benefits, this is one of the best placement of Mercury in this sign, especially because it sits here. It is going to remove debt from your life. So in the Mercury period, work very hard. Moon goes to the ninth house. Ninth house is where seventh house lord goes to the ninth house. Your spouse of you will start feeling much powerful, much better, and their destiny will rise. There is possibility that here some communication from the spouse can happen. And on top of that, with the ninth house, there is some travel, pilgrimage, something to do with more of spiritual activities, some higher learning, higher studies. If you are a teacher, it is going to be much more good for you, because it's so positive, such a beautiful time. I'm so happy to say this. Very beautiful. I'm so happy. With ninth house, travel also happens. So please think about traveling. It will give you great comfort for travel also. So all the best. Only because it is aspecting the third house, there is a possibility that in travel can get delayed. So please keep your tickets, etc., very flexible. Venus, the Yoga Karka goes to the second house. Now, what do you need? Your Yoga Karka is in the second house. You are supposed to make a lot of money. Your Yoga Karka is the second house. Your family life becomes very much better. You become more independent. There is possibility of, buying some kind of precious things in your life, gold, silver. Why? Because second house, right? Second house is all about luxury, possessions. Venus coming here gives good possessions. And Rahu coming here, Rahu is going to give you great speculative gain. So it is such a great placement that I don't want to jinx it by saying it great, but very powerful time. Good time with family also, good time recovery from health also. So beautiful time. And then Moon goes to the 10th house here. Seventh house lord in the 10th house means gives you more status. There is possibility that you'll be too busy in work. Emotionally also you'll be occupied. What you say, emotionally occupied. You will be occupied in your professional life. You will be occupied when it comes to more of, we can say, more of new ventures. So with Moon in the 10th house, your dignity, your power, your rank, your designation goes higher. So which is going to be a useful thing for you. And also not only this, Jupiter is putting the aspect on Moon. Jupiter is putting the fifth aspect. That means creativity wise, your mind will be so good that you will be able to make a big transaction in your workplace. So all the very best. It's a beautiful week. No jinx. Let's touch wood again. One thing only I told you, while traveling, try to be as flexible as you can, because there can be some delays in traveling because of Saturn in the third house. It can create some delays sometimes related to traveling and uncertainties. All the very best. Have a great and a beautiful week. See you next week with some more insights, more idea about your birth chart. And meanwhile, I'll be making a lot of videos related to the planets in different positions. So please watch that and keep enjoying. All the best. Aquarius. Now, when we talk about Aquarius, first, this small information that 14th of March onwards, we are doing the astrology lessons, 16 astrology classes on weekends only. It is very flexible in payment terms, so don't worry. Just talk to Samantha if you really want to learn astrology. If you're not, if you're just coming here for fun, don't come. You want to really seriously learn how to read a chart and do a prediction as well. Now, here Moon enters into Leo. When we look at Moon here, Moon is the Lord of the sixth house in the seventh house. If there is any victory that we are expecting, either from a competition, either we have given an exam and waiting for a result, either we have done anything to do with some enemies who are trying to trouble you and we are now expecting some result, this is the time of results. It is going to be in your favor. With Ketu and Moon together, sometimes emotional disturbance happen in your love life, in your home environment with your spouse, so try to be as careful. Not a very good time, the beginning of this week, that is February 2nd till February 5th, to sign some new contracts. Try to avoid if possible, avoid as much. Even if any love, even if you're looking for marriage and some new proposal comes, try to avoid it till 5th of February. After that, take a decision. Actually, after that also avoid it, sorry, because moon will be in Ashtam. Then when it goes to Libra, that means this week you should avoid any talks related to marriage, related to relationships, etc. Try to be as calm as you can. Don't do anything. Sorry, but what can I do? Moon is like this. Mercury comes to the ascendant, will give some strength on the seventh house, but still we are not there. Mercury will be at very zero zero, like very new degrees here, so don't worry. Now, with this placement of Mercury in the first house, the Lord of your eighth house and the Lord of your fifth house is in the first house. There is speculative gain coming to you because of your own effort. With Rahu, sudden great gains are coming. Sometimes because of the research that you have done in the past, sometimes because of your inheritance, sometimes because of some property, there or property or some even with children, there is some kind of possibility of you getting something from them. So which is good news. Mercury in the first house comes into directional strength. That means your communication will get the right direction, and you're supposed to make some great what do you say, great powerful decisions in your life which are going to be critical, either for studies, either for research, either for movement. So enjoy this time. Moon goes to the eighth house here, makes a Vipreet Rajyog. Good for people I told you who are expecting some victory from their enemies. So good for that. Second, good for people who are expecting some results of exams. Very good for that also. This also, and also those who want health recovery. Here, Moon comes and gives you sudden remedy related to your health. Only stomach can be a little bit of challenge because Saturn is aspecting Moon here, so sometimes this Vishwa Yoga, food poisoning, etc. happens. Please see what you eat and see how you drink water, not anything else. So try to keep a tab on your food habits. This is going to then be very very great for you. Okay. Eighth house moon can also sometimes, because Saturn is looking here, it can bring old things back into life. That means like talk related to your taxation, talks related to your insurance, talks related to your inheritance. So please keep an open eye for it. If do not miss any mail, etc. If there is any important notice that has come, you have to be taking extra care about it. All the very best. Now, moving on, we will see that Venus will also come into the Lagna, which is a very great placement. Venus is the Yoga Karka, and coming to Kendra is one of the best news for everyone. Venus here will aspect the seventh house. That means now you are ready to get into any kind of relationship talks, any talks related to your marriage, new business partnership, any signature you want to do now. You should now in the beginning of the week, anyone tells you, say after 7th of February, we will do. That's how you should put it. So good time for joining a job also. Everything good. No problem at all. You will see some powerful transaction either related to your destiny working for you, where you will not be expecting some things to happen, and suddenly your destiny will be so powerful that things will be coming to your feet. And also, when it comes to your love life, it will be a very, very pleasant time for you. With this Venus, if you see, Jupiter is also aspecting. So, either for male, for female, for both, love life will be very great. And if you're trying for progeny, childbirth, then congratulations, because now you will get pregnant as well. So all the very best. With Moon entering into the ninth house here, there's the house of Venus. It's a great news. Sixth house Lord in the ninth house. It means judicial victory. It means victory over enemies. It means any challenges that have been coming related to health, related to debt. In fact, very great time for financial recovery. If you have a lot of debt, you will get some great help, either from your some advice of someone, either from a guru, either from a teacher, either from your bosses. Some great things are coming which will make your life very much better. So I'm very happy and positive that this is a very nice and a pleasant week for all the Aquarius ascendant people. All the best. Thank you for being with us, always connected, and we'll see you in next week video. But before that, I'm doing so many videos, so please stay with us, always be with us. Thank you. Pisces, 16 astrology classes for 8 weeks, 2 to 3 hours, depending on the time and mood. I will be teaching from 14th of March 2026, so you can inquire below. There's a WhatsApp link in the description only, and Samantha will help you to enroll in a nice way. Enjoy. Moon will enter into Leo here, which is the sixth house. Fifth house Lord coming to the sixth house means difficulties of your children end, enemies of your children end. There is possibility that even if education wise you want to give some kind of exam, some kind of competition, some kind of job interview, then this is a very positive period. You may land up something very great and very positive. So happy for you guys. Now, with this moon coming with Ketu, health wise, we want to be seeing that no new adventure should be done during this time. Climbing, going to swimming, going to taking unnecessary risk is not a great idea. That is what I suggest. Moving forward, Mercury, the lord of the Kendra, will go to the 12th house. That means either you or your spouse are going to a foreign country, or in a foreign country, if you have been thinking of buying a property, a car, a house, very great. Even if you're looking for any job like progress, that is also going to happen, because Jupiter is looking at the 12th house here, and Mercury gives good results that way. With Rahu sitting in the 12th house, it is too comfortable. Mercury can also tell you that sometimes related to your home, related to your real estate, there is some kind of repair or some kind of sudden things that may come up, like water repair or something may come up which may require some expenses to happen, which is good. With 12th house, your subconscious mind is having great thoughts, so please use these thoughts. Dream journaling is what you should do during this time, because you'll get massive powerful great dreams which will be very important for future, because they may try to give you some hint of the future. Moon enters into the sign of Virgo, into the seventh house, where Moon, being the fifth house Lord, goes to the seventh house, means that this is a time to take your romantic life into a more of a, we can say, give it more name, like either in a, make your girlfriend or boyfriend a fiance, or either that fiance into a wife or husband. So if you want to propose, if you want to get into anything where you are expressing your true feelings to someone, this is the right time. You should not wait for anything. Just pick up your phone. If you're not comfortable in calling, text and tell that, okay, I love you. Maybe things will work out. Maybe say, I like you, let's get together. Things will work out for you. So don't hesitate. Don't be stuck there. Try to move forward. Also, if there is any contract that you want to sign, if there is any kind of job offer that you have received, if anything speculatively you're doing one job and getting offer of second job, then this is the time that you should take such things and take full advantage of such situation. Okay. With Venus going to the 12th house, it makes a Viprit Rajyog here, because 8th house Lord goes to the 12th house. This means travel, sudden travels can happen. These travels can be related to short term only. Short term travel can happen, but also visas etc can get sorted during this time. So if your visa application is pending, if there is any kind of re submitting, or you're waiting for some passport, so your passport will come with a nice stamp on it that visa approved. So all the very best here. With Venus going to the 12th house, there is also possibility that spending on luxury is can happen. Sometimes spending on health of other people, especially some woman, like maybe mother, maybe grandmother, maybe what you call sister-in-law, mother-in-law, sisters, etc., can be possible. So you may be doing expenses, or you may be lending money also, or maybe buying some gift also for them. So that is a possibility during this week. With Venus also coming to the 12th house, if you want to get anywhere related to research, medical research, if you're in any fields like this, you are going to see a positive progress in your life. And when Moon enters into Libra, what happens? The fifth house lord has gone to the eighth house. This is the time of lottery. Because see, the eighth house lord is made of Vipreet Rajyog, the fifth house lord is here, and Moon is now aspected by Jupiter also. So some great things related to lottery, related to winning of something, suddenly getting something is possible. But with Moon in eighth house, there can be sometimes problem related to stomach ache, food poisoning, stomach infections, dysentery, diarrheas, hemorrhoids, piles, kind of things popping up, showing pain. So want to be very careful here. But because it is aspected by Jupiter, you are very safe. I feel the more good things only going to happen, like getting lottery, money, speculative, sudden gains. Very nice. I'm so happy. In fact, not only you, your children may also get sudden gains. So please, fingers crossed this week. Very powerful, very nice week. There is a masterclass that I'm doing, which is Rahu Ketu masterclass on 22nd of February 2026. So for that, also the description is on there on the screen. So please take pure advantage of this. All the very best. Thank you. I've been making regular videos, and God is very kind that you are liking it. So many new family members have joined. So great, and so happy. Thank you so much. Till we meet again. Till then, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma Lakshmi, Om Namah.